Yeah, good to see you guys here. So again, I'm Vincent and he's Gilbert. So we are working on a community that is about civic hacking in Hong Kong, as its name implies. So I'm sorry, Eddie, this is a sales pitch, but this is a sales pitch about coding. Okay. So why do we have such an idea? Is that if anyone heard of the Code for America? And okay, so quite a bunch. And anyone heard of the GovZero? Actually, we do have someone from the GovZero Taiwan tonight, so yeah, grab him for a chat. Yeah, and so the idea is actually not a new one, but I think we don't have that in Hong Kong right now. So if you know Code for America, so what they do is that they hire like rockstar developers into the government, and then with that they're doing internship there, right? So with that, they totally change the way how the government works. So they create like innovative applications that change the bureaucracy. Okay. So closer a bit in Taiwan, they have the GovZero Taiwan and actually also the Code for Tomorrow. So they've been creating a lot of projects and ideas that care about the society. So some examples to go. So this one is that during their like budget for Taiwan, they actually create a visualization using DVJS, and then you can check like how much money is spent on the military and how much money is actually spent on education. So with this, a normal like citizen, you can easily understand. Oh, the government is doing this, so let's settle it down. Okay. So and then they have like some fun metrics like here they can translate like how much is like 10 million. So they tell you that it's like 1 million of sapas, or it's 1 million of like I don't know, snacks or hot dogs or so. Yeah. So actually, what in my opinion is that if this year like is 2014, right? So without this kind of things, you just don't care about it, right? Because we are in an information age and we receive so many information a day. So this really help citizens more engaged with the governing process. And perhaps more well known is that they during the Sunflower like movement in last month, they actually created a website that consolidates different live streams of the movement. So without this, you will have to go to the mainstream media, which is highly subject to like censorship, right? So with all this, they can enable, like allows the freedom of the information. You can even choose which channel you are interested in, and I think they even created like their own live streams, and they even do the build up their own Wi-Fi transmitter on the ground. So right, it's really powerful. And then how they did this for the live stream is that they just use a sender to get on an iPad to record it. So it's really awesome. So all this is actually about the civil hacking. So what is civic hacking is that I think this definition is really great. So it's collaborating with others to create, build, and invent open source solutions, using publicly released data, code, and technology to solve challenges relevant to our neighborhoods, our state, and our country. So I think we have a bunch of hackers tonight, and then sometimes you can think about using your like skills and professions to change your society, to change the place you are living in. So this is about civic hacking. So do we have anything in Hong Kong? So do we have like a very nice government, very nice media? And I think it's like you know the answers, and I'm a local, so I'm quite angry actually. And just like last week, people like march, like we are talking about tens of thousands of people march to voice out their opinion. But I think we are engineers, right? We want to also solve the problem, and we have to try whether this is possible. So I remember that when Eric Schmidt from Google, the CEO, when he came to Hong Kong, he said that your lack of science and startups will hurt you. Yeah. So people always question about whether Hong Kong has a IT industry. Does Hong Kong has an IT industry? Does Hong Kong has nice developers? People question about it, but I think we do. At least tonight you can see a lot of them. And then we have to ask ourselves this question. So why don't we have a Code for Hong Kong? And then to answer this question, we have to try. Okay. So and that's what we are building, this community. So and we have quite a bunch of examples to go through. Yeah, this one is actually we don't have the time to do the budget visualization at that time, but oops, yeah. Where did the yeah. So we don't have time to do that DV visualization, but actually someone does it in Hong Kong. But during the project of Hong Kong released, we have created a calculator. Oops, yeah. This one is actually republished to the House News. So the idea is that you won't you won't go to the PDF of that budget. You won't try to see how much you're affected. So why don't we build a calculator? So you enter your like electricity fee you're paying each month, and then like the I don't know what, like how many cigarettes you smoke a week, and how much you're paying for your rent, and then you quickly you come up with a number. Oh, with this budget bill, you're paying like 6,000 more. So we are trying to make this kind of information more accessible by like a normal citizen. So this things we are going to do. Okay. So and then we have another one which is about the development plan in the new territories. So actually, anyone aware of the new territories plan, development plan in Hong Kong? So, got to see many students because many foreigners here. But, I think this one, this is actually the government trying to pass a bill about the development plan in new territories. But Hong Kong people are really angry and anxious about it because it's like transferring like a large amount of money to those property tycoons. Yeah? So and then people always argue about different figures. So what we're trying to do is that we ran their planning documents. So originally they just have a lot like 10 of PDFs in like 300 pages. So we built a website out of it. So we try to present some idea about the development plan. So it's like some description, history about this. So if you are familiar with the game of the of Japan, you are aware it's quite similar to Samgokji or like those strategy games. Yeah, so we're trying to make a bit more easy to read. And then we also turn all those data and statistics into like this kind of pie charts or graphs. Like for example, a lot of people are highly concerned about how much of the land is going to build public housing and how much of them are going to do private housing. And actually, you find that like a lot of them is actually for private housing. This tool built using the NVD three-angle directives. So the magic about this app, the most important part is that we actually use Google data spreadsheet as our backend. So, oops. So all you see this kind of data actually come from here. So we crowdsourced it. We had a hackathon in last Saturday. So we just asked people to add those sources over here, and then, oops, how can I switch? And then they like those coordinates of those places, of those concerns, and then what did happen there? Yeah, we just ask people to crowdsource it in this spreadsheet, so they don't even have to know coding. And then we come up with this like actively working data that will appear like this here. So we don't even have a database. So and then we have like other people that help to create this kind of geo-shape. We grabbed it from the planning government, planning department, and then someone helped to like cut the original PDF using Photoshop into this beautiful image, and then I put it against on this using Leaflet.js. So we can see how people can work together because many of them are not developers, but they are domain experts. They are highly concerned about this kind of issues that Hong Kong is having. And then we come up with a project, we work together. And then we are also working with different social medias or like the house news, and also like Cantor, and then we are trying to publish it in different platforms. So this is how our community, so-called community works. And this one is, I think we just spent a week or two finish it, so I think it's quite effective. Yeah. And then we have a lot of projects like this actually. So we have one for the MTL about the express rail actually as well. So and then during the first of July to March, we create also like Taiwan. We create a hacker folder, a website that if you go to, you can see different live stream. And also we create a map again using Leaflet.js that you can find those recycle bins and like water dispensers, toilet, and where do you have Wi-Fi? It's geolocated. You can open in your mobile phone. And actually, the one who like there are two parties who like this most. The first one is the environmental groups, because they are trying to like doing recycle that day, and then this will help because they have a lot of recycle bins to know. And then the second group is the Taiwan people, because they are not in Hong Kong, right? So they come to our site and then to see what's happening in Hong Kong. I would say like 90% of the visitors are from Taiwan actually. So because when you're in the march, you have poor network. Yeah, that's also another problem. So this is quite similar to the idea in Taiwan. Yeah. So okay. So yeah, and one that is more exotic. We actually have spawned our idea to use some computer vision to count how many people are in the march. So this one is done by my friend Ben. He try to use the optical fold algorithm in the OpenCV to try to guess the average velocity of the crowd, and then we are coming up with a crowdsourcing applications to crowdsource how many people are in this area. So when we have the density and the velocity, we times them up, then we have the total number of protesters. Yeah. I'm not an expert of OpenCV, but you can see we have like really interesting ideas. You never imagine people use OpenCV for like 1st of July march, right? So this is really the ideas we are really into, and we are such a community. Okay. So and then we have this one is a bit hard to see, but this one is we grabbed the council voting records, and then we use some PCA, principal component analysis, to find a spectrum among those councillors. Actually, this one is done by PD. Yeah, over there. Yeah, so he has open sourced that IPython notebook that there's much more calculation wire than that, but this one is like the easiest to understand. So we also have data analysis. So,
Timothy Fork at the bottom.
Timothy Fork?
Timothy Fork?
Oh yeah. So yeah, so with those examples, I hope you understand the idea why do we have such a community. So we have like three major for Hong Kong streams. The first one is to debug those Hong Kong politics. I will use this word. And then actually we won't limit ourselves. We also can help like charity and also like social aware ideas. As long as you have any social aware ideas, I think you can find a team to hack for it. And then if you have an NGO, you can also come to us, and then we organize a hack day and then we work together. Okay. And then I believe by doing all this, actually, developers can learn from each other, and then they have a lot of chance to participate in different like side projects, and then they can finally improve their skills. You're angry, you want to fix the problem, and you also want to improve your coding skills. And then I think this is a really nice platform for you. All right, so yeah, just like today, we are more than happy actually to hack in different venues and share like ideas and our projects, our results in different like meetups to eat their pizzas and have their beers, yeah, actually. And then the more importantly, we have like working closely with the media. So not only you finish your product, you finish your coding, but more important is to reach the public, right? So we have working closely with them, and then I think this is the really advantage to be in our platform to hack, because they are already generally sitting there, they're just waiting for the stories, waiting for like new ideas, innovative applications. Okay. So, and I understand developers are also busy, because I try to do a lot of social aware platforms, but none of them succeed. And because we also have to cook for HKD, right? So cook for Hong Kong dollars. Yeah, so we don't have much time actually to understand that after work you have to like start up the servers, do the coding, and then finally open a Facebook page to publish it and whatsoever. We are trying to help, so we can like spawn a domain name with a server with CDN in just 10 minutes. So in hackathons, as long as you've done your coding, give us the Git link, we can just publish it to the public, to the web. So we are on to this kind of coordination work. And then we understand your ping pongs, and then we believe that we have to work together. Yeah. So our next hackathon will be the next Sunday, right? July 27th, and I really hope you can join us. And then please let us know any like social aware ideas you have, and then we can add together. And then finally, please join our Facebook group. I think most of the discussion and ideas are over here. There's right now more Chinese, so we need more like English-speaking people. Yeah, so I think for the idea part, that is it. And we have actually quite a lot of people in the group already, like Gilbert, and then we also have Ken. Where's Ken? Yeah. So Pei, yeah, and also at the story helped us a lot as well. So, and remember to grab PM5 for the chat for about GovZero Taiwan if you're interested. So really thanks for listening to this, and I hope you will join us. Yeah. Thank
you. Any questions for? Go ahead.
So you brought up an interesting point. So I live out in Yunlong, so I've had to go through all the building process and stuff that's happening. The hardest part for me, being a foreigner, but plans to stay in Hong Kong for a long period of time, is the information. I get either very poor information through the English channels, or I get very confusing having to translate as much as I can to friends or internet from the Chinese channels. Have you come across anything or any projects that actually kind of bring in more information into the English side?
Yeah.
Or find a need for it yet?
Yeah, first of all, as a disclaimer, I work for a translation company. Yeah, so actually nowadays there are quite a lot of like collaborative translation platform. So actually I think it's also one of our focus because translation, you don't have to know any technical skills, right? In Hong Kong, I think a lot of people speak Cantonese and English quite well. And then after building this kind of projects, it's much more easier to translate those information because we just generate those JSON and then upload to the platform, hopefully mine, and then we can crowdsource those translations. So I think after we do all this, and then we can really engage different people to translate these kind of things. Yeah, that's what in my mind.
How are you organizing yourselves around hackathons, or are you also, how are you organizing yourselves outside of that? Is there ways that if I want to get involved during the night or something, is there opportunities for that?
Yeah, so first of all, I think the most regular one will be hosting hackathon per month. So if you have any nice idea, you can just go there and then to see whether you can form a team to come up with some projects. But actually, our hackathons are no like competition, so actually we do work a lot after those hackathons as well. And then we also organize different like workshops because I think one of the problems I find in Hong Kong, even for myself, is that the skills you use at work is quite different than that in hackathon, right? You don't want to face Java again when you do the hackathon. Yeah, you want to write Python, JavaScript, and then not everyone has that skills. And then they want to try it. Actually, a lot of people want to learn it. And then I think the best way to learn is to have some side project that start with it. And then it's also one of the good way to do so. Yeah. So we organize some workshop. For example, like in early August, we organized a workshop in the GIS, in the Geo Information Systems. Because you see quite a lot of application we have done is about mapping, Leaflet.js or so. And then we have some expert from the planning department actually, and also from some like GIS studies, academics, and then I'm a programmer about a little bit about the Leaflet.js, so we can work together to share this kind of skills or technologies. And this is one of the ways, but actually we are also more happy to share in like Codeaholics because we have VPs and PS. Yeah.
Not every time.
Yeah, just to supplement his comments, we also welcome ideas from everyone to our Facebook group. Actually, we have some very long discussion, like 30 so comments and heat discussions on Facebook groups. And also, we post all our codes on GitHub, and it's all open source. And everyone can take a look at the code we've written. Of course, it's not optimal. So everyone can like make a pull request, join discussion, file an issue, all sorts of stuff that you do to the open source projects that you guys can follow those open source conventions to join us.
Yeah, cool. You don't have a backlog of things that you'd like to do though?
Yeah, sure. We have a hell of a backlog. So we also organize ourselves in Cello.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so we use Trello as our Kanban or whatever it is. So we put all the backlog there and then try to put them one by one and complete them. Yeah.
Okay. Any other questions? Okay, thank you.
Yeah, join us.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Towards, tradition. There's a lot of sort of textual output that's being generated it's all, I can't seem to find the rules.
Oh, okay. For electrical, I think they have the law to force them to release those Hansard, I would call those like transcripts, and they are all in the website. Unfortunately, they're all in PDF and sometimes images. And I know there are like one bunch of people working on the digitalize them. So we have some open source parser actually, but there is a group that working together with the electrical with Kenneth Chan, the Secretary General, to digitize those PDFs, so we can wait or we have to like pass them.
Does anybody talk to them about sort of releasing the text first and then creating the PDF? It seems kind of backward that you create a PDF and then.
But they do. Even the voting records, like the I didn't show you one example, but at Hong Kong there's one site that visualize all the voting records. You know which party, which member is voting for or against. And then even that record is only digitalized like last year end, I think. And they start with XML only. So only like 2001 Tuesday is still XML. So it's pretty slow, but they are going forward. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, this one. Yeah. Actually, I think the creator of this website will come to our hackathon as well. Yeah.
Okay. Thanks. Thank you.